Preparedness and Fire Prevention event is all about providing information to the community so they're better prepared in the event of a natural disaster. We have about 60 organizations here today, and we have a lot of vendors and nonprofit organizations that are offering information to prepare the community. So what we know is that if the community has this information, when there is a natural disaster, they're better prepared to face it. They know what they should have in their emergency preparedness kit. They know where the shelter is. They know what to bring to the shelter. And there are other nonprofit organizations that provide them information to ensure that their family members who have various special needs are taken care of as well.
The Community Emergency Response Team in Falmouth is a group of citizen volunteers. We actually assist and adjunct the 911 operations that occur in town. Anytime there's either a local natural disaster or singular event, we get them together when we're deployed, and we're able to go out and assist them for search and rescue or running the shelters in the times of storms and things like that.
This is the Child Identification Program, which is sponsored by Marine Masonic Lodge here in Falmouth. Basically what it is, we take all the information of your child, we put it into a computer, we do electronic fingerprints, we take their photograph as well. If something were to happen to your child, you would very simply take the disc with all the child's personal information on it and give that right to the police.
So the Red Cross is one of the largest organizations that does both natural disaster response and emergency response. We have information on hands-only CPR, which we're doing demonstrations for.
We're from Falmouth Aries, the Amateur Radio Emergency Service. We provide communications from the shelter to the Emergency Operations Center at the fire station. We fill the role of standby and auxiliary communications in most cases. We also, in some cases, are primary communicators.
So we've been trying to push this initiative for a couple of years to have an indicator form just for the disabled to fill out and go into a database that if there is a need for sheltering, they know how to get to them and move them from their home to a shelter.
Okay, what we have out here is a bunch of common causes of fires, and we're illustrating by showing the actual artifacts themselves that go ahead and illustrate a particular message. We emphasize the importance of the fire extinguishers, the right placement of the fire extinguishers. Don't put them in a place where they're inaccessible. Put them in a place where you can get at them, which is usually in the exit path, just as you go out the door.
We brought our stuff related to Smokey Bear and information about how he came about and prevention that he provides, like only you can prevent forest fires or wildfires is his new terminology.
If it was, say you said a plane crash, I would be part of what's called a ground team, a UDF ground team, which basically uses one of these radio receivers to find beacons, which are in aircrafts. If it was, say, a hurricane hit, I would help out with disaster relief efforts.
We're part of the regional response effort. If the Red Cross sets up a people's shelter, for example at Falmouth High School, we set up a parallel pet shelter in the same building so that people who evacuate to the shelter can bring their pets with them.
And I just hope everybody remembers what they call. What's that? 911 when you got an emergency. That's right, Zeke. We're also glad to be on FCTV. That's right. And thank you very much for saying hello to us today.